Hey, we took it to the road for only the second time. Well, I think last time was on the road in Fayetteville, Arkansas last year, but first time for Tuesdays with Tess away. It's actually Thursday, game day.
Woohoo!
So the road trip down here to San Antonio, it's usually very easy from Austin as we trying to get the viewers an opportunity to jump on, check us out. We're live from a special place right across from the Alamo,
Remember the Alamo? It's right there.
Right there. So tell us a little bit about what you learned today about Hotel Gibbs here in beautiful downtown San Antonio.
Well, it's been here since 1909.
Right.
It's conveniently located right across from the Alamo and in walking distance to the Riverwalk in beautiful downtown San Antonio. And there are a wide array of very accommodating folks who work here at this hotel that were kind enough to let us use their glorious 1909 tap room to broadcast live from.
Yeah, and one of those really generous individuals, young lady, well, she's break time. She's eating lunch. We don't want to interrupt her, but everyone has been very accommodating. And if you saw on the graphic before, here at Hotel Gibbs, every hour is happy hour, beginning at 4:30. And we're right near the Alamo, right near the Riverwalk. A lot of Longhorn fans lining up the streets here in downtown.
That's right.
$4 Texas craft beers and wines, that's a bargain anywhere, especially right here near the Riverwalk, don't you think?
I agree. It's a perfect place to come get your drink on, and they will serve you even if you're wearing purple.
Yeah, that being the Washington.
Told that.
That being the Washington Huskies, that's what she's referring to. And of course, man, episode 217, our 17th installment together. It's been a fun
Can't believe it.
Football ride. And as you can tell, to the left and to our right, we're being very cliche. Honest AC and Plumbing, they have been loyal to us since August, and we have signed on to do another year. Not a lot of AC needs right now, but to David, Will, Floyd, all of you, veteran-owned business in the Austin area, get your heaters checked, your HVACs, as we've already found out that we need heaters. Get those checked. Get your filters checked and removed and replaced.
Check your filters.
Check your filters. And that means to you personally, too. We don't have filters on this show, by the way. We don't.
What's a filter?
I don't know. We don't have one of those. But Tess, the reason why we're here in San Antonio, and first of all, thank you for being patient and waiting for us and viewing us. But the Alamo Bowl, the 30th edition of it, it's actually a really good matchup. 20th ranked Texas and the 12th ranked Huskies from the Pac-12.
That's right. I think it's a great matchup. I hope it's an exciting bowl game. I feel like the bowl games, especially last evening, were very exciting, and we won a real football game. Yeah. So I want to see it head to head from the beginning. I mean, I'm okay if the Longhorns come in and blow them out, but it's always nice to have an exciting football game, and I think these two teams might give us that.
Well, we saw Kansas last night really, really show the progress of their program. You feel Arkansas was really dominating that game, that bowl game. In Memphis, Liberty Bowl. Then we saw Texas Tech. Now, Kansas ended up losing the game. Exciting, over 1,000 yards of offense.
By 2 points in triple overtime.
And that's where the second overtime is where you've got to go for a 2-point conversion if you score.
Correct.
And then last night, the late game, Texas in the Texas Bowl in Houston, Texas Tech absolutely punched the SEC in the face against Ole Miss. Our guy, our VIP alumni, Taj Brooks.
Right.
Really good game for the Red Raiders. And Joey McGuire, Texas High School Coaches Association, proud member, really did a great job.
Yeah, and Kansas almost punched Arkansas in the face. Let's stop saying that the Big 12 can't hang in the SEC.
It's going to happen.
We're just going to keep giving you examples.
Right.
Until we join it, of course.
Exactly. And it may be next year is going to be fun. It's going to be a very large Big 12 from my understanding, or the following year. Now, as we all know, we're going to just go through the headlines here. Who isn't playing for Texas? We both agree. Stevie Lee, all of us can agree. Unless you're playing in the college football playoff, and if you're caliber of an athlete who is NFL draft eligible, there's no reason to play in these bowl games, especially if you're probably projected first or second round. We all know that these three are not playing for the Longhorns, and rightfully so. Don't you agree?
Roshan, Bijan, and Overshawn.
Yeah, there you go.
I made a little rhyme.
Yeah.
So, no, these three fine young gentlemen have all declared themselves for the NFL draft and I think they should keep themselves in the best condition for that. And so we will see them on the sidelines cheering on their team there today.
Yeah, we will. You see where both Bijan and you've got both the running backs are not playing. And, you can look at it two ways. And I'm just going to put it out there. I cannot stand fans who claim to say that kids who don't play in the bowl game are selfish. No, sir. No, ma'am. You're selfish. These guys, they're in it. They have a great opportunity to make money. Take a look in the mirror. Right. There's their livelihood. So we've got Jaden Blue, Jonathan Brooks, the pride of Hallettsville, Texas, not far from here. Is their opportunity to shine?
I think it's great. And it's great for them to get a taste of what it's going to be like next year.
Yeah, and that's
next season. So, and what better stage than a bowl game?
Yeah, a bowl game. It's essentially getting an opportunity to prepare for the following season and get ready for the spring. So some of the older Longhorns like Jatavian Sanders and some of the others, they commented on what they saw from these young running backs such as Jay Brooks, Jaden Blue. And this is what they had to say during what they've seen from the bowl workouts.
Just them getting an opportunity in the offense and practice, showing what they really can do, giving them confidence. And it's really starting to show, and I can't wait to see what they got to show on the field.
With Bijan and Rose stepping aside, Blue and Jonathan Brooks stepping in and just seeing the way that they prepared and knowing that we can trust them whenever they're out there. It's just brought a lot of – just being able to see that and see the maturity that they have.
B&B is what I want to call it.
Yeah, that's right. So
B&B.
I'll tell you this. The one thing that a lot of people are not aware of when these bowl practices, when you make a bowl, especially something like this, it gives you extra workouts because I think Texas fans are you guys realize that last year this didn't happen. Texas fans, a lot of them are very entitled to think that they are better than a bowl game like this. Or, well, you got slapped in the face last year. All of us did when, it's been a lot of times here in this recent history, Texas has not been to a bowl game.
That's true.
A lot. So don't take these for granted.
I think going to a bowl game is an honor.
Yeah.
It's an invitation, and you should treat it as such, regardless of which bowl it is.
Yeah. By the way, we are here at Hotel Gibbs. If you were not aware, we're in the bar area. The Alamo is actually right there about
just a stone's throw.
Literally. And we're seeing a lot of Husky and Texas fans line up. The 1909 tap room, is where we are here at Hotel Gibbs, and they are been very generous to host us. So Washington's game plan, when you have Bijan and Roshan out, and Quinn Ewers is not playing very well right now. He has a lot to prove. We'll get to that. If you're on the Washington side, what would your game plan be defensively against Texas?
Well, I think obviously cloud up the defense, a lot of passing. And I think, play on the fact that Quinn is having the off time right now.
Right.
And, capitalize on that. But also, I think it's going to need to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of wide receiver. Their quarterback, Phoenix, is playing.
Well, just
go ahead.
Strictly their defense. If you're Washington's defense, what would you do against Texas?
I think I would just hone in on the wide receivers that are playing. Mm-hmm. So keep it heavy in the backfield, and then obviously also attack Quinn.
Yeah, I would sit there and load the box up. Quinn has not shown he can complete a pass, very many. And I would say, you know what? I want to put 8 in the box. We know Roshan and Bijan are not playing. I'm sending 8 of my 11 in there and stop that run every play until Quinn can show he's capable of completing a pass consistently.
He may be forced to pass.
And I would blitz the hell out of Quinn Ewers.
That's right. It's going to be a rough.
But it may not be. But here's Washington's game plan. This is exactly what they're going to do, and it's no secret.
Is it what we said?
Yeah, exactly what we said.
Texas does a great job with recruiting. They've got young talent on their squad, and we've had a chance to evaluate their younger running backs, and I think we don't see their identity trying to change. You get to the point where you're at, game 10, 11, 12, 13 on the season, and I don't think you're just going to magically change who you are. And so, I think our plan is pretty straightforward. We've got to be able to do a great job in the box and stop the run.
It's pretty much what we just said. It's no secret what Washington's going to do. Bijan and Roschon will not be there. This is why I said it's Jay Brooks' opportunity and Jaden Blue, their time to really show what the running backs will look like for the 2023 Longhorns. Do they have it against what will be a defense, one of the top teams in the Big 12, the 12th ranked team in the country? Texas offense knows what Washington's going to do. They're going to do everything they can to stop that Texas run game.
Right.
How confident are you that not only can Texas run, but in order to loosen it up, Quinn has to be able to complete more than he throws incomplete, which is what he's done here recently in the last part of the season.
Well, they said that he was showing improvement in recent practices.
Right.
So I know that's practice. I know this is a bowl game. This is a big stage.
Yeah.
But let's give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. I like the way that the team got mixed up a little bit. It's not the same team we've been watching all year. So let's see what they got out there. This is a great time to set a baseline.
Right.
Set a standard and go from there.
True. Quinn has a lot to prove. Granted, this was his first year to start, but all the focus, let's face it, there's more attention brought to the quarterback. They received too much praise, too much criticism. But let's face it, Quinn has not been good the last part of the season at all.
Not the expectation for the five-star quarterback coming through the transfer portal.
Correct.
I think we all expected something different.
Right. But he is only a freshman, meaning that there's plenty of time to correct it all. So
Sam Ellinger was different his freshman year. People need to go back and look at that.
Absolutely they were.
If you're not going to bust it out your sophomore year, I don't know when you're going to bust it out. So we're ready.
Yeah.
Do some busting.
Again, we're live from Hotel Gibbs in the 1809 tap room here. Got to give a shout out to our guy Ernest here. Really hooked us up. So the reason why it is more urgent now for Quinn, probably more than ever, not only because it's a bowl game, it's because the guy who competed against him is gone. Hudson Card finding his new home to Purdue. Is it fair of me and other Longhorn fans to say, all right, sense of urgency, it's all on you, Quinn. Pressure's on you. How badly do you want this job? How much can you improve?
If he doesn't have a sense of urgency now, then when will he ever?
Well, I think all pressure's on Quinn if he wants to be the starter next season.
That's right.
Malik Murphy has been killing it in practice from what we've been told, but we know practice reports are just that, practice. I'm not going to sit here and spend 5 minutes talking about Alamo Bowl practices. But Malik Murphy, I have a feeling here you're going to see some packages with Malik Murphy in to see what he can do. But also, a lot of young Longhorns are going to play. Now, when Quinn was asked earlier this week about his development, he was actually asked about how has the improvement on your footwork improved, because that's what was really causing him some issues this year toward the end. His footwork was terrible for where he needs to be, but that's common for a young quarterback. He didn't answer the question, but he didn't really answer it the way that it should have been. Kind of evaded it about the bowl workouts, but he did mention playing for Sark, who was a great quarterback for BYU and actually played in the Alamo Bowl when he was the coach for Washington, played against Baylor at one point. So here's what he had to say about playing for Sark.
Obviously, Coach Sark was a really good quarterback in college, and it's cool to see because sometimes we'll see the same things and we'll see different things, kind of talk about it, and it's awesome because he has great input on on everything I do, and obviously he's been there, he's done it. But yeah, like you said, it'll be a cool game for him and a couple other coaches that came from Washington. It should be a fun experience overall, and I'm not going to predict anything, but it should be a fun game.
Yeah, it should be a really fun game.
Well, we know it's going to be fun.
Yeah, there's
Will
no doubt.
we win, Quinn? That's
the
we want to
thing.
know.
But
So, fun is easy.
Yeah, fun is easy. Historically, there have been a lot of points scored in the Alamo Bowl. Some
Right.
exciting games, really, some exciting games. So back to the Huskies side, I think we all know. Now, it's another guy who kind of slipped off toward the end of the year, Xavier Worthy. Super talented, incredibly fast, upside is through the roof. But toward the latter half of the year, kind of regressed a little bit, just like Quinn. I mean, that happens, ebbs and flows.
Pulled back.
So if you're on the defensive side of Washington, do you really keep focused on where Xavier Worthy is in this game?
I think it depends how he comes out. Will he be a threat or not? I mean, there's some games where he wasn't. Now, sometimes that was on Quinn.
Right, yeah.
So, he can't catch everything. But, I would think you have to focus a little bit on him because when he does catch a deep ball, he is a threat.
Yeah.
And it's most likely going to result in 6 points. So I think you got to pay a little attention, but I don't know what we're going to do today. I don't know if we're going to concentrate on that.
I would venture to say that Sark, Coach Flood, Milwee, all this coaching staff, they're going to have an offensive game plan that probably is going to not only throw off Washington, but going to be a little unorthodox. So Alex Cook for the Huskies, one of their really good defensive backs. It's pretty obvious who they're focusing on.
Xavier Worthy is a super fast dude, someone who could take the top off the defense. Definitely a guy we've been keying a lot, game planning around. So yeah, we've been focusing a lot on what he does, where he's at in the position, or where he's at on the field, if he's outside, if he's in the slot.
So it's obvious. You cut him off.
Take the top off the defense.
Top off the defense. Keep him in front of you. That's what Washington is saying. Either jam him off of the line of scrimmage, put him on the ground, remove him from the equation, or keep him in front of you.
Yeah.
2 safeties high.
It seems easy, but nobody's really done it.
Yeah. Well, TCU did it.
A little bit.
TCU did it.
They did it, but I don't think that was why they beat us. But it certainly helped.
TCU completely shut down Texas offense. That's what happened.
Well, yeah. The whole flipping thing, not just X-Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So Washington, they're QB1. And who does Washington resemble? Those are 2 things that we're going to talk about right now. So their quarterback, a transfer from the University of Indiana. Beautiful background, by the way. Thank you to the Valero Alamo Bowl for allowing us to have access to these. Michael Penix Jr. It's really hard. You got to say the X. It's not penis.
It's not Penis Jr.?
It's not Penis Jr.
I'm going to call him Penis Jr.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Penis Jr. So this young man, he's a threat. I wouldn't say he's an athlete, but I want you to look at those yards right there. 4,350 yards passing. He's only thrown 7 interceptions, 33 touchdowns combined passing and rushing. But he's not the really dual threat. He can run. He can be evasive. But this kid has really come on. But do you see this being a challenge? Because let's face it, the UT secondary has not been that great this year.
Right.
At times.
Yeah,
At times.
I do. I think he's probably our biggest challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, and depending upon how he comes out and plays, when I heard that he was going to definitely be playing in the bowl today, I was like, oh shit. But I think we're just gonna have to see what he looks like, and can we hold him or not? I don't know. But great record, great QB, coming back to play for his team in the bowl game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's going to come back and he's going to play next year.
That's right.
But I'll say this, that they have 3 receivers at or above 1,000 yards receiving for the season. But keep in mind that, yes, they're talented, Washington, but that's against Pac-12 defenses. Other than Utah, I really don't know who plays defense in the Pac-12, just an opinion. That's just –
well, and I think that's one of our strong suits. So,
yes,
Texas. I think our defense has played,
I agree,
astronomically in some games, like the Alabama game, for instance, and other games. So, if our defense comes out, it may give us a little leverage to not be quite as tight on the O-line.
Yeah, on the defensive line.
Oh, yeah.
The defensive line. Yeah. So, again, a good thing that's cool about these bowl games, that's always a lot of fun, is trying to figure out who's actually going to show up, who's who. But who does Washington remind the Longhorns of? Keandre Coburn and Jalen Ford kind of gave us some insight on that.
I could probably say right now, looking like probably Texas Tech, because, Texas Tech likes to throw the ball a lot, and they're going to play a 4-down plays. I mean, not even on 3rd down. They're going to play on 4th down. And we've seen a lot of that from Washington. And they got some great athletes, receivers, too, and they got a great quarterback.
They're really good on, being ahead of the sticks, when it comes to, 3rd down, kind of like what he said. They have a lot of 3rd and shorts or manageable stuff, not too much where they're backed up or anything. So, obviously, they have a good game plan going in and just keep drives alive and, get points.
So, yeah. Great team, 10-win team. If you ask any of the Huskies, they're extremely upset at the fact that they were not in that Pac-12 championship game in which Utah beat Lincoln Riley and USC. I think they're a year away from that.
Yeah.
Washington is. But I will say this is going to be one of the marquee bowl games, if you will.
Yeah, I think so too. Everybody has something to lose when you lose a game or when you lose a bowl game.
Yeah.
But I feel like, Washington may have a little bit more on the table here today. We're going to be starting over all next year, and it would be great to win.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be the end of the world.
No, it's not. But a lot of people ask that same question. It's a bowl game. It's a tier 2 bowl game. It's right below the New Year's Six. The Alamo Bowl is, as far as importance. So I have a lot of teams don't show up to bowl games. They show up, they have extra practices they develop. They go to all the activities, go to all the fun. You're you're dined. You have competitions against the other team at certain things. The Alamo Bowl does a really good job as far as the entertainment, the honoring, everything. I've been to a lot of different bowl games. This is one of the better ones. But as far as the actual game, a lot of programs, if it's not CFP or New Year's Six, they don't care.
Right.
They really, and a lot of, you can coach hard all you want and say all the right things, dish out all the cliches, but unless you have total buy-in from the players, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I hope we don't come out feeling like that today. I did hear Sark say he didn't want the season just to be a flash in the pan, and that a win today would be a nice end of the season, and a great way to start next year. So I truly hope that they come out, full speed today.
I do too. And so, but Coach Sarkisian, you're going to like this. He's to me, I like him. If you notice, he's very calm, his delivery, transparent, but very matter of fact. This is why he thinks a win today in the Alamo Bowl is vital for this Texas Longhorn football program.
Getting 9 wins. Just look at the last decade of Texas football. How many times has there been 9 wins in a season? And we're trying to build something that is sustainable, that can withstand the test of time.
Very matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to build it. You got to start somewhere.
So listen, it's a fact of reality for Texas fans to understand this. This football program has not been good for a long time. It is not the program you think it is. However, my opinion, it's not fact, but my opinion from my trained eyes, this program is doing this right now for the first time. Under Tom Herman, he took it a level up, and then it plateaued. But I think from what I see in this modern era of the influences of NIL and transfer portal, Sarkisian has a little upward trajectory. We'll go back. Let's go back. We're going to answer what Sarkisian said. How many times has this program won 9+ games in one season? We'll go back to 2009, 10, no, 11, no, 12, yes, 13, no,
I can't believe you
14,
know that off the top of
no,
your head.
15,
That's
no,
impressive.
16, no, 17, no, 18, 19, no, 20, no. 21, absolutely not.
No.
22, yes. So 4 times since
4
2009, Texas has won 9+ games. It's just a fact. It's reality. So
I don't like when you do that fact stuff.
it's just what it is. So that's incentive, Tess. That's incentive.
I know. I just don't want to hear it.
They've got to, I think, a win tonight over a good Washington team.
Let's do it.
9 wins. I said this team would win 8 games this year. You get to 9-4, that's exceeding expectations for logical. I want to say I'm logical. I'm not always smart, but I think that was a logical goal. 8 wins.
I think it is, and I think a win tonight would be great.
And it would pop off that recruiting, which finished number 3
That's
in
right.
the country, 2 top 5 programs.
Which is another part of the trajectory going on.
I want to introduce somebody. And before we do that, I want to show you some of the fun that the Longhorns, they do this every year at the Alamo Bowl. And I would love to share some of the stories that I've had at other bowl games, but we're not. That's for a different show. SeaWorld out on the outer loop, they do a great job of entertaining fans. Well, one of my successors at the Channel of Champions at KView, Corey Mose, does a really good job of really the human interest story pieces at KView. They do really good work over there. And Corey, what we call videography, pictorial. I nailed this down. I kind of edited it down a little bit because it was still long. Corey, you did a great job on this. Big shout out. This is kind of the Horns in a little view of the time they had at SeaWorld earlier this week.
The word of the day is motion. You want to know why? We at SeaWorld about to swim with these dolphins. Okay. These dolphins in the ocean. Okay. Them Texas Longhorn. Yeah. We the ones that got the motion. Okay. We have emotion like a tight end. Yes, Lord.
She said we could take our stuff to the other room. What the other room is?
So that's something they've done for 30 years at SeaWorld. And when I was
Swam with Flipper.
Last time when I was there on the other side, the media side, they were in there with the baby beluga whales, those white whales and
Cute marine animals.
marine animals. San Antonio does it right. They do it right with this bowl game. If you do something for 30 years, you're doing something right. Good corporate sponsorship, good facility, good businesses, good people, great tourist area. And where we are, Hotel Gibbs. I want to introduce you to a guy. I want to tell him, Ernest Reyna, come right out here. You may have to pull the old sorority. No, you can stay.
Okay.
They do the sorority pose.
I can
right
teach
here.
you how to do it.
Just like
yeah.
this. Ernest Reyna, I gave him a call yesterday. I had been a little inundated with life lately. And I kept telling Tess, you know what? I started addressing things 2 days out on even Christmas. Didn't start Christmas shopping till the 23rd, 24th. Daniel Reyna, you're the sales director here at Hotel Gibbs, which used to be Hotel Indigo. The story you told me it was awesome. The location is amazing. And I love the theme here where every hour is happy hour beginning at 4:30 here at Hotel Gibbs. You told Tess and I the history of this beautiful building. And I want to call it a boutique hotel. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. That's exactly what it is.
So tell the fine folks who are viewing, or maybe, I hope they're not watching this while they're driving, but maybe their wives, significant other kids are listening to it. What would you tell them about the history and why this was the ideal place to stay for any weekend, including the Alamo Bowl weekend we are right now?
Well, first and foremost, thank you guys so much for choosing our hotel, and so glad we could be here and assist you guys with this. But essentially, here at the Hotel Gibbs, we sit on the grounds of the Alamo. So the hotel sits on the front wall of what used to be the Alamo.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
wow.
We have the markers out in front. And the Hotel Gibbs was actually the first San Antonio high-rise office building. It was built in 1909 as the Gibbs building and used to hold anywhere from a dentist office to a tattoo parlor back in the day. So it's been a little bit of everything in here. But you're right. It's a boutique hotel now. We transformed it in 2006, became independent back in 2012. So we've been here for a while. And the great thing is you walk out our doors, you're on the grounds of the Alamo, you walk across the street, you can go visit the Alamo. Down to the steps of the Riverwalk are only less than 5 minutes away. So we just finished renovation this year. So you're looking at a brand new property, brand new rooms, still keep the historic touches of the hardwood floors, original tile, original marble. So come see us.
It's very authentic, and I'm not exaggerating. We're very real, organic people. When you walk in, you smell history. And I'm looking right here. The only reason we're not showing you the Alamo across the way is because we're backlit. I need to step up my game here. But Ernest, really, his entire staff, they greet you when you walk in. You go up to the room, the historical presence of the wooden floors, everything. There's a vault system.
Yes.
What was stored in those vaults way back then?
So if you can imagine, each floor was a office setting.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's where they would store all their monies. And it's an actual vault. They had the actual tickers and everything on there. So they're closed up now, of course, so we don't want anybody getting trapped in those things. But
there's no money here.
Yeah, there's no money in there. But yes, it's the original tile, original marble, and we still have the safes on each floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the hotel's great. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Empire State Building.
Yeah, it does.
The retro decor in New York. When I walked in, that's kind of what I thought. So anybody that's been to that building, you kind of get that feeling. I love the old school boutique hotel. I'd rather stay in this than some cookie cutter chain.
Yeah.
So really happy to be here, and I think it's a great place to stay.
So there's been a lot of people trying to walk in, because obviously that just tells you people want to experience this bar, the 1909 tap room.
They also want $4 beers.
$4 Texas craft beers and wines. And that $4 price point, I'm overwhelmed because we are poor because we live in Austin. And because they ask for more than $4.
Right. That's right. Yeah. You're not going to find that anywhere here on the Riverwalk area. So yeah, very lucky to be here indeed, especially here for the Alamo Bowl. That's right.
So Ernest, big college football fan?
I am. Go Horns.
Go Horns. Do you like their chances? Do you think we were talking ad nauseum about the development? Should Texas fans just be a little bit more patient with Quinn Ewers? From what all you've seen, you think it's just him being a first-year guy, first time to ever play college football? Well, first time to be a starter.
Yes, yeah, and I agree with you. I think it's just a little more time. the atmosphere at Texas is completely different than you'll see at any other university. So, you have to you're walking into Super Bowl games almost every day. And the other teams bring their A game when they're coming to play the Longhorns. So, yeah,
That's right.
I think a little more time, definitely.
That's great.
4:30. This door's open here. Do you expect this room, this bar that we're in right now, to be? What will it look like about 5:30?
Yeah, it's going to be packed. It's going to be a sea of orange. So you're going to have some great time before you get out to that game.
We like that.
Yeah, Ernest, man, we appreciate you, and we're going to stay in touch. And you're now a part of the Stories Inside the Man Cave family fraternity.
Thank you guys so much.
And we're going to show you some
Pleasure.
Austin hospitality. One last parting words for the Longhorns.
Hey, let's get them, hook them.
There you go. Hey, you too, Ernest.
Bye, Ernest.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And we do have one more segment. This is one that I love to talk about because it draws humor. It's not always the favorite segment of everybody, but man, when someone helps support your podcast, you just roll with it. Yeah, manscaped.com. Tess, they need Ladyscape. They have ladies. Well, actually, these products at manscaped.com has, except for the ball deodorant, women can use.
Yeah, don't use the ball deodorant if you're female. Just telling you. And if you are a male, hopefully you manscaped yourself before you came to a bowl game.
Alamo Bowl, you must manscape. But
Balls
it may
gotta be in order at the bowl.
Clean the balls. Keep them clean.
Mm-hmm.
And, manscaped.com, they always come out with great products and great combination. This one, the Ultra Smooth package. Keep those balls smooth in this whole area. If I don't tell you, Jen will tell you. That's probably bad, but crop exfoliator, crop gel, and this beautiful razor. It's very nice. It's very petite.
Wonderful package.
You need. I see what you did there. Wonderful package. So manscaped.com, it would be a nice New Year's gift. Mancave 20, all
Right.
one word for 20%
Or
off.
birthday.
Or
And
birthday.
Most people don't gift for New Year's,
Well,
but birthday
I
after
do.
New Year's.
All holidays. I gift for
holidays.
every day.
Actually, just a gift for no
Trim the
reason.
hedges. And our significant others, Tess, they
Yeah.
don't want us to look like the German Black Forest below the belt.
Yeah, and it's a nice hint.
Hence,
Here you go.
very nice, cordial.
Slip it into their DOP kit and see what happens.
There you go. I like
Make
that.
magic later.
Magic happens. Hey, we're going to take a quick break here. We're at Hotel Gibbs, right across the street from the Alamo. This thing's going to be crazy here about 4:30 in the 1909 tap room, where every hour is happy hour, beginning at 4:30. $4 wine, $4 Texas craft beers. You can't beat that price. I'm not just trying to sell it. It's truth. It's fact. Things are expensive. Inflation's happening. We're going to have a little fun on the other side of this break. For all of your insurance needs, look no further than our primary sponsor, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. The ATX OG has been insuring Austin for over 3 decades. And get this, Jim Saxton is a Longhorn legacy. He is the son of the late, great James Saxton, who was a Heisman finalist. Be sure to give him a call, or better yet, visit his website, saxtoninsurance.com, and tell him that the Stories Inside the Man Cave boys recommended you.
This is JJ Gotch, CEO of the Austin Gamblers. And segment 2 of Stories Inside the Man Cave is next.
Go Birds!
Oh, come on. I thought we were taking a picture. Now you gonna drop that on me.
It'd be smart if I would bring our cameras back up. How about the playmaker? One of the OG, not the OG, that's Drew Pearson, Dallas Cowboy great Michael Irvin, duped by a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Bird. That's actually the Falcons, actually.
That's right. But
that's
the Eagles are dirty, too.
They are dirty.
They're all just nasty birds.
I am sick and tired of Philadelphia Eagle fans talking about how they had a backup quarterback with Minshew playing. Well, you know what, Philly? You got beat. you got beat, and early this year, you almost got beat by the Dallas Cowboys backup, Cooper Rush. I know it was like 26-17, but Cooper Rush almost beat you. So enough of that. Let's just face it. I know you're the best team in football right now, Philly, but the Cowboys are right there. Come on. You guys got a little better, though, as the season progressed. Dallas is good, but have they got good enough to beat Philly in the playoffs? I don't know.
Let's hope.
I don't know. So way back here in San Antonio, we are live at the Hotel Gibbs. If you didn't hear me the first 5 or 6 times, one thing that I love, I think everybody loved the former coach in waiting to Mac Brown, Will Muschamp. His nickname was Coach Blood. He is now, and I've totally forgot this. I didn't know this. He was the head coach at Florida, South Carolina. Now he's the co-defensive coordinator for the defending national champs, Georgia. Did you know that?
The Dogs.
The Dogs, the DAWG. Well, Coach Blood, during the Peach Bowl, which is one of the college football playoff semifinals, he was asked about the last time that Georgia and Ohio State met in a bowl game. This is what old Coach Blood had to say. It was
let's hear it.
I love it. I
We're about
kind
to
of
see
wish it all would have worked out. He would have been head coach of Texas, but things work out how they're supposed to, right?
For a reason.
Here's Coach Muschamp.
Can you take us back to January 1st, 93 in the Citrus Bowl, the only time Georgia's played Ohio State? What do you remember from that game?
It was a good win for the Dogs, so we had a not game, but I guess a luncheon, and Herb Street got up and threw a pass across the room. I knew we had a shot to win. So make sure he knows I said that.
Oh, Herbie.
Oh, my God.
And the Ohio State.
Yeah. Muschamp was a linebacker for the Dogs back then, and now they're playing each other. Georgia, Ohio State, the CFP. Pretty fun. I love it. The CFP is upon us. We've gotten through all these great bowl games, and we're here for the Alamo Bowl.
Exciting game.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be fun. So throughout the season, we picked X amount of games. Tess and I have competed against each other. The bowl games have not been kind to her.
No, I'm getting my ass kicked.
She's getting her ass blown out. But that's
not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Whoa. Wow. Wow.
I don't know if there is a good way.
I don't know. If you're talking about a colonoscopy, that's really not a good way.
I'm not talking about
So there's 2 parts. We got 11 games she's going to pick from beginning today. There's several games today. The numbers next to our names are our overall records for the season. We'll begin with page 1, and we usually have music to these. Tess, this has not been good.
I know.
This has not been kind to you
I know.
whatsoever.
I'm not doing good.
Let's get some music up in this business.
Because I'm not a cheater.
Who cheated?
I'm not. I just said that out loud.
You did not cheat.
Everybody's playing. I wasn't talking about me.
Oh, my God. Let's get some night drive. There's not a lot of music selection here, so we'll do this thing called lo-fi.
Okay.
Lo-fi music. I don't know what it means.
I think I'm going to do really well because I have good picks for all of these.
All right. So, Tess Sawyer. We're going to begin with the Cheez-It Bowl. And is it Oklahoma, which barely got in? Texas beat them. What was the final?
It was 49-0.
49-0 in the Red River rivalry.
Ha-ha!
OU, Florida State, marquee matchup any other year. Does OU have a chance to pull off a significant upset, considering they have lost some players who have entered the NFL draft?
I do not think so. I do not think OU is going to pull this off. I don't think Venables is going to pull it off. I'm going with the Noles.
Okay, Tess, FSU. I'm going with FSU as well.
Okay.
Clynch. Okay. Alamo Bowl tonight.
Yes.
Texas, Washington.
I have to go with the University of Texas Longhorns.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. So we're both taking Texas tonight in the Alamo Bowl.
I'm glad you're taking them. I'd have to delete your phone number.
Wow. Delete those digits. Gator Bowl. It's the Cox and the Fighting Irish. Does Shane Beamer have some magic?
I think
They're
it's
SC.
like Fox usually, but
You did what?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything. I think I am going to go with the Irish.
Going with the Notre Dame? It's going to sound weird, but I'm going with some Cox.
That's just because you just want to say it.
Just want to say it. I think the Cox are going to slap the Irish.
Cockity cock cock.
Orange Bowl.
Okay.
Orange Bowl. It's not a CFP, but it's a New Year's Six game. We got the Josh Heupel's Balls, Dabo Swinney's Clemson Tigers.
I think Cade Klubnik is doing some pretty cool things at Clemson.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed he didn't go to Texas, but I'm going to go with Clemson on this.
You going with Clemson?
Mhm.
Tes Tech and Clemson. By the way, it'll be Klubnik's first start, but we're going to have that story here shortly.
Mhm.
And keep talking because we are about to run out of juice.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Keep talking
Okay.
here.
Da, 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 da. The next bowl is the Sugar Bowl.
Well, I've got to pick first.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm not going on. I was just going to give them a little precursor. We're going to be talking about the Sugar Bowl and then the Fiesta Bowl next. So be thinking who you would pick. For the Sugar Bowl, it's Alabama, Kansas State. For the Fiesta, TCU, Michigan. A lot of talk about that game. So we'll get into that here in just a minute as soon as Sean plugs us back in. This is what happens when you go live.
Yeah.
You have to, be
Yeah.
flexible.
So you're going with Clemson in the Orange Bowl.
I sure am.
I am going with the Vols.
Okay.
Rocky Top, Tennessee. Let's go.
Okay.
Here we go. The Cops are coming back.
I know.
All right. Not a CFP, the Sugar Bowl. Alabama and Deuce Vaughn and K-State. Who are you going with?
I do love Deuce, and I enjoyed watching the Big 12 championship. I was super excited for them, but I think Roll Tide's going to pull this off.
You're taking Bama. I think Bama is partially there. I think the other half of Bama, they don't give a shit.
Could be true.
They have nothing to play for. Last time they were in there, Oklahoma whipped them in the Sugar Bowl, if I remember.
So I'm guessing you're taking K-State.
I'm going with K-State.
Okay.
And I think K-State wants this, and they have everything to play for. All right. The game that you've been talking about a lot of people have, the Fiesta Bowl CFP. It's 2 versus 3.
That's right.
The Horned Frogs and Michigan.
That's right. Well, I don't know if you've read any reports, but Michigan is missing a lot of key players. And when I say a lot, like to the tune of 10 that have either gone to the portal, are injured.
Mm-hmm.
So TCU's only missing two key players. So that is something to say. Although I think Harbaugh, it's his year. I think Michigan, I think it's going to be a great game. Dugan is unstoppable. The man will play, in his coffin. But I'm going to go with blue on this one. I think Michigan's going to pull it off.
You're going Big Blue?
Yeah.
Go Big Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really feel confident in the fact that you're taking Michigan. I really feel like too many people are sleeping on TCU.
Okay.
It's going to be close. Michigan's that good, though, by the way.
Right. I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
I'm really excited
Yeah.
to watch that game.
Let's pull up to page 2. I couldn't fit all 11 matchups
There's too many bowls.
she's trying to get back into this thing, and it's going to be tough for Tess, but we also have some other games. So part 2, Peach Bowl. It's the other one. It's 1 versus 4.
That's right.
Ohio State and the defending national champions, Georgia, in their backyards.
It's going to be the Dogs.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Dogs all the way.
I feel pretty good about this one.
I think UGA is head and shoulders above everyone else.
Yeah.
Misspelled. It's Mississippi State. I want you to look closely at the logo for Mississippi State. It's a pirate sword with leech on bottom, but the bulldog on top of the sword.
Honorary.
Playing
and
Illinois.
Yeah. Let's go with Mississippi State. I think it would be really cool if they pulled that off, just in honor of the great Coach Lynch.
Well, I think they are anyway. I really do.
Even more of a reason.
Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl's actually played at Jerry World.
Right.
They're having trouble selling tickets to this. The Tulane Green Wave and the USC Trojans.
Right.
Lincoln Riley's coming to town. And Caleb Williams, the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lincoln Riley's team, USC, on this, even though he may be going to the Broncos.
Wow, he's been linked to that before. You're going with SC?
I am.
You're gonna think I'm doing it because of my trend,
right?
I'm picking Tulane with the upset.
Ooh, boy!
Picking Tulane. This is their dream season. They've had great years.
Sean's either going to bury me or I'm going to come out flying high one way or the other.
I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'm okay either way. This is just fun.
Citrus Bowl. LSU and the Purdue Boilermakers,
Oh, Jesus.
who have a new interim assistant coach.
That's right. Senor Breeze.
Drew Brees, who had a magical game here before at the Alamo Bowl.
Right.
I'm going to get up and get some water. You need some more water?
I am fine.
I need some water.
Well, if my brother-in-law is watching, he's going to kill me if I don't pick the Tigers. But I don't know. Sean, I'm leaning towards Purdue on this one. Yeah.
That's real nice, Clark.
But every time I pick the Tigers, I get screwed. And this is why I'm losing to you. So I'm tired of getting screwed by Tigers. So I think okay, I'm gonna stick with LSU. I'm only doing it for my brother-in-law. I love you, bro.
Hey, BIL. Bro, yeah, it's your brother-in-law. So Purdue, LSU. I just think Purdue's too slow.
Okay, good.
They're getting better. They are improving. I like Brian Kelly and the Bengal Tigers.
Cool.
All right. You see Texas fans rolling up here
right
on Alamo streets.
There's burnt orange everywhere.
There's a lot of purple. Let's not underestimate the Husky Nation.
That's right.
Last, Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. Penn State, the Nittany Lions, and the Utes.
Oh, jeez.
What's a Ute? Remember?
Oh,
my cousin Vinny.
That is a Native American.
It is. I'm making a my cousin Vinny reference.
Oh.
What's a Ute?
Sorry.
Sorry. No.
I'm gonna go with the Nittany Lions here.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Mm-hmm. And they're playing in one of my favorite stadiums in the world. So
You've been there.
I have.
Twice?
Once.
Once? Texas was there a lot between 04 and 09. 3 times.
I only managed to get there once.
Man, I think Penn State's the better team.
Okay.
But I think Rising is full of grit. I like that defense.
Yeah.
I think once they get to you, they once they smell blood in the water, they go a swarm.
Yeah.
I think the Utes. I'll take the Utes. Okay. Rose Bowl champions.
Woo!
So Tess is 10 games behind me, but we still have.
Yeah, we have to keep talking about that.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it now.
So if you're watching for the first time, whatever mystery illness, I tested negative for everything. I don't know what this is. I've had this now for 10 days. No fever, just congestion, and my throat bothers me. Maybe because I've been talking forever.
Everybody has a cough.
Everybody does, and I don't get it. I do not get it. But one little segment we always have in these, even in the regular segments of episodes of Stories Inside the Man Cave, pick-talking in the Man Cave. Well, I think we've all, who are pet owners, we have all been there before. When they just rear back and for some odd reason, take a dump in your bed. How do you usually react to that?
I don't think I've ever had a pet.
Well, maybe this young guy
take a dump in my bed.
Maybe this young guy can show you what to do if you have a dog who did just that.
All right. I'm calling PETA. That is animal abuse.
That is not animal abuse. It's called being stern and making your
If
point.
it comes from a toddler, it can't be abusive.
That was hilarious. That's the worst when your pet poops in your bed. I hate it.
It is.
Doesn't happen often. I haven't
No.
had it happen in 5
Dog
years.
is an older statesman lady. She doesn't poop in bed.
Luna,
Mhm.
big Alamo Bowl fan. She is. She is.
She'll be watching it.
She's the
tonight.
queen of the Alamo Bowl. We got to turn that music that we had on for picking them with Tess. This lo-fi music. I have no idea what that was. I have no idea what track it was. So we like to always close things out every episode with a positive note, because there's a lot of negativity in this world. That's our cue.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Tell me something good. It's brought to you by all of our sponsors, actually. Honest AC, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency, and our good guy, good friend, fellow Anderson Trojan, Kevin Hutchison of Realty Austin. Tess, while I get up, my throat is killing me. I'm going to get some more water. I'm choked up because the end of the show.
He's sad because now we have to go tailgate.
We got to go tailgate. There's a lot of negativity around us, but I'm always looking for the positive and the optimism. Tell these fine folks, these fine Americans who are watching this, and tell me what you've seen this week in this beautiful holiday season that's good, and it's a reason why everyone should be optimistic.
Seen a lot of giving, a lot of love this week. I went into my office for the first time in quite some time, and I work in healthcare, work in a hospital, and I saw families visiting with patients. And I don't know if you guys will recall, but this time last year, because of COVID and the pandemic, you couldn't do that. So people actually got to see their family members in the hospital this year during the holiday. And I thought that was really quite beautiful. So I loved seeing that. And the other thing that's really flipping good is as soon as we get off of this thing, I'm going to a tailgate, and then I'm going to a Texas game.
Let's go.
So that's good.
That's really good. I'll tell you what's good this week. I've been off. No, but seriously, I haven't seen as much of negativity in this world. Obviously, the holiday season plays a role in it all the time, but I have seen just a lot of people go out of their way to uplift people and to also be encouraging, and a lot of paying it forward this week. And so I've had the fortune of to have been off since from yesterday through Monday. I'm so grateful that I'm out of the media where I get to do that. And I'm so grateful I had to have my mom at home for Christmas. She's been in and out of hospitals and rehab facilities. Mama C, not a big fan of stories inside the man cave yet. She just likes everything to be supportive of her son. But she will be watching the Alamo Bowl, and so should you. So let's do this before we wrap up. Let me show us where your game day fit and where it came from.
Oh, God. Sean is not supposed to do this to me. Okay, so. Blue boots. Okay, these are blue Lucchese suede boots. These are burnt orange jeans from 7. This is just a denim shirt from an unknown provider.
That's a cleavage
This
shot.
is my monogrammed bandana that has my name on it. In case I get lost, people can find me. And this is a Stetson. And this is a hat band from Marfa, Texas. And I'm ready to go to the game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, boots by
Sean.
Marriott.
You got a model.
Pants. Pants by Banana Republic. Shirt, football shirt. Banana Republic. Last
Body
Stand hat.
By Last Stand Hats.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Representing Occupy Left Field in baseball. Glasses that are the wrong ones. I lost my other ones. These are scratched up Ray-Bans. Ring by Art Card. Boxers. Oh, wait.
Are we doing that?
No.
Underclothing?
You're not in.
Talking about your undercarriage?
Oh, my God.
Good night.
Hey, big shout out to Hotel Gibbs here. Thank you for allowing us to represent us in the 1909 tap room. They're going to open at 4:30 p.m.
That's right.
And where every hour is a happy hour. And we've had a lot of fun. Tess, great job. We made it through an entire season. Much love to Stevie Lee. You might want to go there. I know there's one elephant in the room. It's the Chris Beard situation. We addressed that, the statement from his fiance. We're not going to waste a lot of time or any time on that. Just go to the latest Pass Rush with Stevie Lee. It's installment number 18, episode 216 or 215. We talk about it and our opinions. They're just opinions. No one knows anything except those close to Chris Beard and his fiance. And I have a feeling Chris Del Conte may know something. But, yeah, it's been fun. It's been a great holiday season. My throat is dry.
It's been a great year. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and watching us.
Thanks
Super
for supporting
appreciate it.
us. Thank
Made
you.
my year. So.
Thanks for supporting us. And continue to support Stories Inside the Man Cave. And also, if you were not aware, you can watch us also on 104.9 The Horn app. It's Stories Inside the Man Cave is on there, and you can continue to support us. And I'm scrolling down to make sure I didn't leave out any content that we had produced for today, and we didn't. I'm starting to lose my voice. So for Tess Sawyer, Stevie Lee, everybody involved, Coach Dodge from Inside the Fieldhouse with TD. Everybody who has it seems like everybody in Travis County we have a podcast with, and everybody who's been a guest this entire year on the normal episodes of Stories Inside the Man Cave. This is the last episode of Stories Inside the Man Cave for 2022. And I appreciate you being a part of this, and we'll continue with Tuesdays with Tess. This won't be Hook'em football until next football season. And for the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hards, Big Mike, and the Coach Mo. Take us home, Tess Sawyer.
We out.
We out.